नमस्कार. आयच्या खाशेल्या कार्यावळीन तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. जशें आमी जाणा की सद्या पणजे हांगासर सेरेंडिपिटी आर्ट्स फेस्टिवल चालू आसा. हे फेस्टिवल 12 वेन्यूचेर पणजेन चालू आसा आनी त्या फेस्टिवलाचे काही ग्लिम्सीस आमी तुमच्या मुखार दवरता. आयज दुसरो दीस आनी ह्या दुसऱ्या दिसाच्या निमतान आमी काही आयज वर्कशॉप्स, इन्स्टॉलेशन्स, एक्झिबिशन्स तुमच्या मुखार दवरतले. So first of all, welcome to Goa, and is this your first Serendipity Arts Festival, or before you have come?
No, I come before, but this I'm curating it for the first time. Yeah.
Before this, you had come to visit just to see the artworks.
Part of the festival as a collaborator, I had my own installations. Yeah.
We went inside, so we saw many of the things which are made of bamboo. So tell us something about that.
So the whole curation showcases different aspects of bamboo, how it was used traditionally by various communities in Northeast. Bamboo is a very common material all across India, and a lot of communities use it as a material. We focused on the traditional part from the Northeast to understand how it has been used very variedly in very different applications in everyday life, right? It's a way of life material for northeastern communities. So we collected from all across the 7 states of Northeast, and at the same time we also wanted to showcase how bamboo can be taken into the future. So a lot of architects, designers, artists are exploring the material to push the boundaries of a traditional material in a very new way. And there are many challenges that comes while you're doing that, because people associate bamboo in a very traditional aspect. They look at it as you make baskets, you make huts and ladders and scaffoldings, and the association of bamboo as a everyday functional application is not there. So a lot of people are working towards it. A lot of people are working with communities around the country. Like La Sonam, who has put up this installation, they work with traditional communities in Sikkim. Studio Aro, which is another collaborator, she's an architect from Arunachal. They set up a structure. Thumb Impression is another small architecture firm based out of Ahmedabad and Hyderabad. They've been experimenting with bamboo for the last 4-5 years. They're trying to push its properties as into structural systems, where it becomes as a modular material rather than a crafted material, but using the raw material as it is in its natural form. So trying to bring all these different ways that one material can be taken forward in a very contemporary way, and also for people or visitors to understand the wide gamut of applications it can be used in a very artistic way, like the sculptural installation Rajiv has done with a canopy of flowers and snails as you enter the show, to very curvilinear form where you twist the bamboo in such a way that it creates another space in a very architectural scale. So you see the fineness and the scale of it all together. So my focus for the curation was to bring all these people who are experimenting with the material, and hope people see and understand the material bamboo as a potential material that they can use in their everyday lives, apart from looking into the traditional ways of living where okay nahi wo wahan se hai, and we cannot put it in our contemporary lifestyle. So can these products become a part of life in contemporary lifestyle? So that's the overall thing, and also to showcase the craftsmanship we have in our country. Because all these practices are dying slowly, and this is the right time to not protect it. I think we need to value it and push the boundaries, working with them to bring out the value of the material and the craftsmanship that we have in our country. So it has to be a collaboration with architects, designers, sculptors, with local communities to make it better and accessible to a lot more people. Because right now, very few are doing. Everyone has to have no access to these materials. I think maybe after seeing this, people will appreciate the material much more and understand its possibilities and its beauty that comes across. Yeah.
Yeah. So these most of the materials are from northeast side, you said.
It's a traditional. We have a curation where you have a set of traditional products like the baskets, different kinds of basket, winnowing fans, caps, hats. So that they are everyday objects that people in northeastern states use till now. They make it themselves and they use it. So it's a practice which is still active, right? But world is getting smaller, right? In terms of technology, people have access to knowledge from other part. They can see what's happening, but they all aspire to do something different, right?
Yes.
The local communities. So they want, why should I make a bamboo house when I can build a concrete house? But they don't understand the value of the bamboo house that they live in, because they've been living it and it's part of their life. So they aspire to have something much more aspiring. But people say, okay, we have a concrete house, it's much better. Okay, it has more value. But if you see the other way around, people from cities are getting into more eco-friendly ways of living, which they've been living for generations. So how do we show them that what they're doing has much more value than what they see in the cities or the outside world? So that's also is a platform to understand how do we balance all this. Well, we cannot have everything in a very puristic form, but can we use the best of the materials that we have access to and use it appropriately, right? So that's also is another aspect to kind of bring this forth through the show.
Now that it has come to Goa, so most of the Goans or the cities, the local people will come to know about the importance of bamboo. But how you will promote the products in other parts of the country?
So we are not promote, I guess, the products, but the whole idea is to showcase, because it's a festival where a lot of people come in Goa to just see what's happening around. I think this should become like a venue, what you call it, an event that people should come and see what's happening here. So I guess we cannot take it to every city. It could become not viable, but I guess through media, through channels, and it can spread the word. A lot of people who come and visit, I've been meeting in the show, have been very curious to know about the material, and once what they see, they understand it's much better. And I would love to take it to different places if it's practically feasible to take it. But I guess, yeah, it's a good beginning, and it's a good platform they've given me to showcase this as a curator. And I actually thank them, Serendipity Art Foundation and the team, to pull this up with a vision which they never done something like this before. So this is it's a crossroads of craft, design, experiments that's happening in our country. And I guess, yeah, more people see, the more it is accepted, and people appreciate the value of the material.
तुजें नांव कितें?
तर म्हाजें नांव दिवेश गडेकर. सो हांव पणजे रावपी. तर ह्या आर्टवर्का बद्दल हो म्हजो आर्टवर्क जो सेरेंडिपिटी आर्ट फेस्टिवलाक हांगासर शोकेस जाला, हांगासर लागला तो. आनी अशें आहा की तेंचे हांव आर्टिस्ट, गोंयचो आर्टिस्ट, गोवा कॉलेज ऑफ आर्टांतल्यान हांव पास आवट जालो आनी मागीर हांवें मास्टर्स हैदराबाद सेंट्रल युनिवर्सिटी HCU थंयसर केलें. तर मागीर हांव म्युजिकनूय इंट्रस्टेड आसलेलो म्हणून पर्कशन्स वाजोवप, गोंयचे म्युजिकाचो म्हाजो चडसो रिसर्च गोंयच्या म्युजिकल इन्स्ट्रुमेंटांचेर आसता, बरोवप आसा तेंच्या बद्दल. जे इन्स्ट्रुमेंट गोंयची आमची वाद्यां आहा ती जी थोडी नश्ट जाल्लेली आहा ती रिवायव करप, हो असले म्हाजे प्रोजेक्ट आसता. इवन आतां हो कोंकणी शंकूच म्हणनाका, ते शंकांचेर कशें एक्सपेरिमेंट करप, सो तशे म्हाजे आर्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स आसता. तर सांगचें म्हटल्यार की हो जो प्रोजेक्ट आहा तो ओपन कॉल आसलेलो सेरेंडिपिटी आर्ट फेस्टिवलाचो. ताका म्हणटात की तेंचो ओपन कॉल ह्या वर्साचो ओपन कॉलाचो तेंचे हें आसलें की इजलँड डेट नेवर गेट फ्लडेड असो तेंचो ओपन कॉल आसलो. मागीर म्हाज्या वांगडा आनी 3 जाण म्हाज्या वांगडा आमचें सिलेक्शन जालें गोंयच्या आर्टिस्टांचें. हांव सेरेंडिपिटी आर्ट फेस्टिवलाचे खूब आभार मानता की ते गोंयच्या आर्टिस्टांक अशें प्लॅटफॉर्म दितात म्हणून. आनी अशे जे वयर सरता निकते जे आर्टिस्ट तांकां एक आपली कला सादर करपाक एक तांकां न्हू एक प्रोत्साहन मेळटा. तर उलोवच्या बद्दल म्हणजे प्रोजेक्टा बद्दल सांगच्या बद्दल म्हणजे हो एक शंख म्हणजे जे आमी शंख जेन्ना कानाक लायता तेन्ना आमकां दर्याचो आवाज येता. सो तो एक एक्चुली मेटाफर म्हणजे कितें एक्चुली ते कितें म्हणजे भितर वारें घोळटा आनी मागीर तो सावंड एम्प्लिफाय जाता. सो सायंटिफीक रिजन हेच्या बद्दल हे. तर तो मेटाफर असल्या कारणान तो मेटाफर यूज करून हांवें हो आर्टवर्क केला. म्हणजे जेन्ना तुमी पळोवं शकता हांगासर तर पब्लिकांक हांगासर बसपाचें आनी मागीर तेंच्यांनी तकली हांगासर भितर वयता आनी दे कॅन हियर द सावंड ऑफ वेव्स. म्हणजे हितूंतल्यान तो सावंड क्रिएट जाता पळय तो सगळो तुका हांगासर आयकपाक येतलो. सर असो म्हजो प्रोजेक्ट आसा. सेरेंडिपिटी आर्ट फेस्टिवलाक हय फर्स्ट टायम म्हजो. सो लास्ट इयरूय हांवें एप्लाय केलें, मात ह्या वर्सा परतून एप्लाय केलें तेन्ना म्हाका ग्रांट मेळ्ळो. म्हजें नांव कल्पीत गांवकर, हांव नेत्रावळीचो. आनी जो हांवें आर्टवर्क हो केला तो एक रिक्रिएशन ऑफ जी एक प्लेस आसा आमचे काणकोणा बड्डे हांगा. सो थंय कसमा कडेन अशें म्हणटा. सो ज्या जाग्यार पयलींचे लोक ह्या जाग्यार एक पर्टिक्युलर एक गांवची कितें जर डिसिजनां घेवपाचीं आसा जाल्यार त्या जाग्यार येताले आनी गांवच्या बेटरमेंटा खातीर गांवचो कितें मेन डिसिजनां जीं आसा ती ह्या जाग्यार जातालीं. आनी बड्डे हांगा आजून मेरेन अशीं डिसिजनां ह्या जाग्यार येवन जाता अशें थळाव्या लोकांनी म्हाका थोडें सांगलें आसा. आनी हांव जेन्ना ल्हानपणाक अश्यो प्लेसी खुबशे आनिकूय गांव आसले तितून पळयतालो. पण रिसंट इयर्स अशें म्हाका दिसता की ही एकूच जागा प्युअरस्ट फॉर्मान आसा. आनी ह्या जाग्यार विशिश्ट प्रकारान जे स्टोन्स आसा ते अरेंज केल्ले आसा आनी थंय लोकांचें बसप जातालें आनी डिस्कशनां जातालीं. त्याच प्रमाणे ही जागा आसा ती एक कलेक्टिवाक रिप्रेजेंट करता. आनीक तश्योच एक कलेक्टिवाक रिप्रेजेंट करपी गोंयच्या हिस्ट्रींतल्यान हांवें अशे थोडे मुवमेंट्स काडल्या, थोडे इव्हेंट्स काडल्या जशे की गोवा फ्रिडम स्ट्रगल, 1966 आनी अश्यो आनीकूय आसा. सो अश्यो आनी प्रेजेंट डे नरेट करपी एक इव्हेंट आसा. सो ऑल टुगेदर स स्टोरीज आसा ज्यो तुमी फिजिकल तें तुमकां
इन्स्टॉलेशन दिसतलेंच, पूण जेन्ना तुमी थंय QR कोड्स आसा आनी जे QR कोड्स तुमी स्कॅन करून तुमकां ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटीन ते एक्सपिरियन्स करपाक मेळटले. त्यो नरेटिव्स तुमकां भितर पॅनल्सान काव केल्ल्यो किंवा स्कल्प्ट केल्ल्यो दिसतल्यो. जश्यो आमी टेम्पल्सांनी आमच्या पॅनल्स आसता जितून रामायणाच्यो किंवा महाभारताच्यो स्टोरीज नरेट केल्ल्यो आसता, तश्योच हांवें ह्या इव्हेंटाक घेवन तश्यो नरेटिव्स क्रिएट केल्ल्यो आसा.
मटेरियल कितें यूज केला तूं?
हितून एक्चुली एक पुट्टी येता जितून क्रिस्टल्स आसता स्टोनाचे, तशें लावन ह्या पिलराक एक स्टोन इफेक्ट दिवपाचो ट्राय केला. तसोच हे स्टोन आसा जे आमी नॅचरल स्टोन्स आसा तेच घेवन तेजो एक जो फॉर्म आसा तो त्या नॅचरल स्टोन्सांनीच तयार केला. तशेंच ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटीन आमी 3Dन काम केलां आनी इंस्टाग्रामाचेर आमी फिल्टर्स तयार केल्या. सो हो जो कंटेंट आसा किंवा आमची हिस्ट्री आसा किंवा प्रेजेंट डे आसा हो एक सोशल मिडियाच्या प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर इंस्टाग्रामाचेर खंय तरी बूम जातलो आनी इंस्टाग्रामा वयल्यान लोकांक पावतली, आमची हिस्ट्री कळटली किंवा प्रेजेंट डे आमी खंय आसा ह्यो गजाली आमकां कळोन येतल्यो. सो म्हाका दिसलें की इंस्टाग्राम इट इज अ प्लॅटफॉर्म जे सदांच सगळे यूथ किंवा चडशे लोक यूज करता, सो थ्रू दॅट इंस्टाग्राम चड लोकांक पावपाचो स्कोप आसा.
This is just a depiction of the area where I live. So it's the Kazan area around that. It's the Teen Manos and Nai Kazan area. So I think it's just a place that I've been going on walks since I was very small. It's a really beautiful place, and I really wanted to kind of, now as there is a threat to there's like a lot of overdevelopment, and people do talk about the forests and the beaches in Goa, but they don't really talk so much about the backwaters and the Kazan. So for me, it was more about kind of like a ode to like this space that has given me so much. Yeah.
And how did you go about collecting the things and everything? Because we have seen each of the things, there are minute things. So how did you go collecting about it?
I think so. I mean, we've constructed everything inside. Everything is made. But the details is just over time. If you spend a lot of time there, it's just that attention to those things. It's not something that happened overnight, over a few days. But these are spaces that like I've inhabited for a very long time. So those details were just in my head, and I think me and my friends and stuff, everyone had little ideas to add to it. So over time, we just collected these ideas and put them down in this. Yeah.
How much time it took to complete it?
So to make it, I think it was like over 2 months, 1.5 to 2 months, but in like a relaxed process. It wasn't like a very fast process because we had to figure out how to do it. Like there was a lot of trial and error. So I think overall 2 months. Yeah.
And this is your first time for Serendipity?
Yeah, this is my first time exhibiting at Serendipity.
How has been the experience?
It's been really nice. I'm like very excited. It's just the first day, so I don't know as yet. But it's been really nice watching people interact with the sculpture, because I was scared people won't know that they have to open this and look inside. But I've seen like children and all kinds of people interacting with it, so that's been really nice, and I really appreciate that. Yeah.
ki Goans are very talented and in whether it is when it comes to art. So how did you got the idea of organizing this?
So this project, Goa Familia, it actually began in 2019, and it was originally an idea by Serendipity Arts Foundation along with Rahab Alana of Al-Qazi Foundation, Delhi, to create an archive of family stories, family histories in Goa. So I and my co-curator, Akshay Mahajan, who is a photographer, we came together with a methodology about how to document these wonderful family stories, looking at people's albums and also understanding what are the different kinds of histories that their families have been through. That is the origin of this project.
As we were walking around in the morning, so we saw various traditional Goan dances, Goan music written on the wall. So how did you go about the research work?
So we have in fact a team of 5 or 6 people, and we work quite intensely to make sure that all the information is very correct. And we are not only creating an exhibition for people only to enjoy visuals. We want them also to be aware of what they are looking at. So if they're looking at an image of Mando, then they have to understand what is Mando. If it is theatre, then we need to understand where theatre came from.
Yes.
Why is it important in the socio-cultural patterns in Goa? And that is why we like to put all the information there. It is of course in simplified form so that people are able to engage with it easily. But importantly, we make sure that we do the research so that we can share this awareness with whoever visits the show.
It's been you told that this is your 5th edition of collaboration. So how have you seen the festival growing?
I think people in Goa have become very fond of the festival now. Everyone expects the festival to come in December, and I think during the pandemic period everyone was shut at home and people were looking forward to Serendipity coming back. So for us also, as being residents of Goa, we have also learned different ways to collaborate and participate with the festival. And I think that it opens up so many different opportunities for artists and lovers of art, as well as the general public, to be able to take part in workshops, in experiences, panel discussions, exhibitions, and so much more. So I think they bring a lot of value to what we experience in Goa during December.
And last question, we have also seen photos, old archival photos. So how did you collected the photos from whether did you contacted the family members or how you went about it?
So like I mentioned, we have a very good methodology in place. We communicate with the families directly. We take permission for every single piece of material that we are using, so it is with full approval from all the members of the family. And also we don't keep anything physically. Goa Familia is a digital archive. Whatever we document, we help the families to digitize. We put it into an online archive and we give that material back to the families so that their old albums are now in digital form. So we also have taken reference from certain spaces like Central Library that has archives, also the TAG, which is the Theatre Academy of Goa, and a few collaborators like Nalini Albino, who has worked on the film O Club, as well as Tina Costa, whose father Alan Costa we have covered in the show, and several other contributors. I cannot tell you the list of names, but if you look at our poster, we have a large number of people who have contributed to this exhibition. So, that's the way we collect our material.